What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants, no hate. So, Jaron Ennis, David Avanesian. Jaron got the job done. Salute to him. Salute to David Avanesian. 6-round stoppage, technical stoppage. Okay. Now, anytime you fight someone and there's another name that rivals your name, obviously everybody wants to compare the performance. Now, I'm going to tell you what I find to be, it's consistent though. Hypocrisy is consistent. There were so many people that get so angry, which is incredibly stupid, first of all, but they get so angry when, one, you're not even talking to them, but when you're having a discussion on your channel, someone see a video and you're talking about Boots versus Crawford, and they go into this whole, Crawford is my husband, that is my baby, that's my man, you don't talk about my man, my man, my man. Like they act like, honestly, like these guys act like they're like the side chick, the side piece, you know, like they Terrence Crawford side piece or something. All of these people was getting butthurt just because people want to see the fight between Boots and Crawford. Funny thing is, when you say things like, Boots is not ready, he can't beat Crawford, who the hell does Crawford fight that you think can beat him anyway? So that's irrelevant. You debunk your own point with that stupid mindset anyway. So a fight shouldn't happen because you think someone's going, you think he can beat them. Okay. How stupid is that? Most of the time, or many times, we think someone's going to beat someone. Regardless, even if you ask me about a fight and I say, I don't know, somebody else thinks that they know who's going to win. And whether the outcome that they thought was going to happen, whether that comes into effect or not, the bottom line is there's always somebody who have an opinion, okay, that think that they know who's going to win. So we're saying that Boots and Crawford shouldn't happen. That's what you're saying. It shouldn't happen because he's not going to beat him. He hasn't beaten anyone. He hasn't proven himself. He was number one by the IBF for Errol Spence's title. Never happened. He was number 3 by Terrence Crawford's title. Never happened. Okay? Last night, he fights against David Avanesian. And when Crawford fought David Avanesian, he stops him in 6. Okay? Boots got a technical stoppage. Now, let me explain something to you guys. I'm reading comments. When I'm watching the fight, this isn't going on. I'm just watching the fight. But of course, you know, now fight's over, fight's done. Let me see what people were saying about the fight. Yo, he stayed in the pocket too much. Yo, he gonna get knocked out. Boots knocks him. Crawford knocks him out in 2 rounds. Yo, this, and I'm just like, wow. Like the things that people say. First off, I wonder if people even saw the fight. That's talking. It wouldn't be shocking if they did, because people don't even know what the hell they're looking at anymore. But did you not hear Jaron Ennis in the first fucking round tell Jaron Ennis, man, break him down on the inside? That's exactly what he was doing. Now, his punches wasn't bothering Boots, but I feel like, yeah, Boots could have been more slick on the inside. Okay. You know, because he was getting caught with a lot of shots. But those shots wasn't bothering him. And basically, you know, the timing wasn't there as much as it could have been. So there was some ring rust of I guess, for the whole not fighting in a year. Okay, he didn't look as sharp as he normally does. Definitely didn't look as sharp as he normally does. But we know when you take a fight, you take a fight. It is what it is. Let's go, right? He basically broke dude down and was punishing him. And you see, you guys get fooled by all that bravado, motherfucker smiling in his hands and doing all this and whatever. And then what happened? His ass didn't come out for that 6th round, did he? He was breaking him down with shots. And basically, it adds up. It takes his toll. You cannot compare. And this is something what people seem to fail to realize. It's like this. It's like a wall of stupidity. People just can't get over it. You cannot compare a fighter and say. Sometimes you can say it happens. Sometimes you get a feeling of certain things, but we're talking about there's certain levels where people just aren't that good yet. If you think that's what you see in Jaron Boots Ennis, okay, and it's obvious you guys do. Why? Because now all of a sudden you go from saying the fight shouldn't happen and you LOL, this little silly, girly, shitty, little sissy shit y'all do about, oh, yo, that's easy work, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Yo, he don't want that work. Yo, Crawford been trying to fight. Oh, now all of a sudden Crawford's been trying to fight him. Now all of a sudden it's okay. Why? Why? Simple. Because you think you saw weaknesses that Terrence Crawford can exploit. Let me explain this to you. I don't care who you think will win. Do you understand? I'm not a cheerleader. I don't personally give a fuck who wins. I like them both as fighters. Okay? But let me explain this to you. Jaron Boots Ennis, okay, went in there and the same amount of rounds that it took Crawford, it took him. Only this motherfucker didn't want to come out. He was like, fuck it. I'm still conscious, but nah, corner stops it. David Avanesian, just like Otto Wallin, no argument. Nah, okay, whatever. My corner knows best. Yeah, he was getting broke the fuck down. You could see the grimace in his face. Them body shots was fucking him up. And he got dropped. And he knew, all right. So yeah, that bravado shit don't mean anything. David Avanesian, he showed heart as long as he was in there. He was trying. He never stopped trying when he was in there. But when he went in that corner for the fifth round, no. Okay, he didn't come back out. So now all of a sudden, David Avanesian went from being a tough fighter when he fought Crawford to now he ain't shit. Yet we say fighters get better on a fight-by-fight basis. But you see, this is what I mean with the flip-flop shit. So now, because you feel confident because you think you saw a bad performance, now all of a sudden it's okay for the fight to happen. That's all of you with your bullshit comments. So I'm watching this like, yeah, okay, I already understand what it is. Now, how many times have I said, and you guys still keep falling for this okie doke shit, you think because in your mind someone had a better performance or they did something in a more astonishing fashion that they'll win. I keep telling you, Floyd and Manny Pacquiao fought some of the same people. And we was hearing this shit the entire time, how Manny Pacquiao will knock Floyd Mayweather out. Look at how Floyd goes, it takes him longer, or he goes the distance with guys that Manny Pacquiao destroys. There's factors that y'all leave out about those situations, for sure. But at the same time, okay. And so basically everything is, oh, Manny's going to do this, he's going to do that. The way you guys were talking about Manny and Floyd, first off, Floyd shouldn't have won at all. And Floyd should have got destroyed. Jaw should have been broken. He should have been lumped up, bleeding from the mouth and everything. Because basically this is how everybody was talking about the fight. Okay, like Manny was going to do this and that. Well, what happened when they got in it? And I said this shit going to like a sparring match because Floyd's going to do what Floyd does. Manny's going to have to turn up. But I look at Manny's style. Manny is more effective. Manny's effective in two ways the most. If you're coming at him recklessly, okay, you're just recklessly coming in and he's quick on his feet and his hands, angles. He'll move, make you miss, make you pay, keep the high guard up, and he's fast. And the other way he's really dominant is when he has you scared to let your hands go because he's beating you to the punch and you're trying to time him and play counterpuncher, yet you don't have the speed to get to him. Now, Marquez isn't slow, but Marquez definitely isn't slow, not the fastest guy, but once again, he's a counterpuncher. He's naturally a counterpuncher. When you watch him, the reason why Pacquiao was able to do, even though there was, people had mixed opinion on who they thought won some of them fights between the two of them. The thing about it was Marquez is a solid boxer. He can box, okay? He's a counterpuncher, but he can box. And basically, for him to try to play catch up with Manny is this. Manny's going to throw 5, 6, 7 punches. Marquez is going to go throw 2 or 3. If Manny only lands 2 out of those 6 or 7 punches, and Marquez lands 2 out of his 3 or 4, or 1, you understand what I'm saying? It appears to people who's just in cheering mode that Manny Pacquiao's winning this fight because he's throwing more punches. He's making the fight. No. Throwing more punches and moving more does not make you win. Landing punches is what makes you win. Okay? But up until he knocked him out, yeah, I mean, it was always back and forth. Okay, why was Floyd able to dismantle Juan Manuel Marquez so easily, and Pacquiao couldn't? People always talk about styles make fights. Here's the deal: it depends. Yes, styles make fights, but I get so sick of hearing that robotic term. Styles do make fights, but it really depends. Okay, on the capability of the fighter, not just what's in here. Not just physically, but what's in here. Okay, it's not. People make it seem like your hands just throw automatic. No, it's the thinking brain that you have. Can you adjust to any style? You understand? Every fighter can't do it. It's difficult for a lot of fighters when you're fighting top level guys, which is why a lot of guys, when they're fighting guys, they can fight, but they don't have a name. People think, oh, who is this bum? Okay? But once again, it doesn't matter who Floyd fought, who Pacquiao fought. With all the people thinking who they thought was going to win, what happened when they fought? So where was all of that then? What happened? Where was all of this one punch knockout power he's going to do? See, this is my point. You guys speak about who you want to win as if it's going to happen. But bottom line is, now that you think you saw weakness in Jaron Ennis, you said this stuff again. Look at how everybody flip-flops. 1 minute, Tank Davis can't beat Shakur. Now all of a sudden, Shakur will destroy Tank Davis. Tank Davis will destroy Shakur. Everything. Even Tim Bradley now is saying he's warning Shakur that Tank will knock him out if he fights him like that, right? This is the same guy who's been saying for the longest time, Shakur is going to outbox Tank. What happened? What went different? Because Shakur got upset because Tim Bradley didn't cheerlead for him the way he wanted him to. And in the same fight, the last fight that Shakur had, Tim Bradley even said, your favorite fighters don't want to fight Shakur though, even though y'all saying he's bored and this and this and this. Now, here's the funny thing. No matter how much cheerleading Tim Bradley has done for Shakur, I told you, these fighters are arrogant. These people don't care about you. They're not your friends. Or you guys, everybody that's been watching boxing and know who Tim Bradley is and heard him speak about Shakur, we all know Shakur could do no wrong until the last fight where it's like, okay, now Tim Bradley made the comment that he had to get a coffee to stay awake. Shakur says that the network told Tim Bradley to say that, right? But however it goes, he still was finding a way, like I said, to big up Shakur, saying that your favorite fighters don't want to fight Shakur. Why does he go from saying what he said, how he was making Shakur to be so unbeatable, to now saying Tank will beat him? And he was saying that they have the same exact IQ and this and this and that. Listen, people say things for the person that they want to win. People say things in favor of the person that they're closer with, all right? And here's the thing. Tim Bradley don't like Tank Davis, and he made that clear. We know this. So why is he changing his tune now? Why did the boxing voice change his tune about Deontay Wilder? Do you understand what I'm saying? Why did Blue Blood change his tune about Errol Spence? So things happen and then people start to speak what they really feel. So the reality is, just sitting here saying that someone will beat a person so the fight shouldn't happen, just to end up now all of a sudden you guys are for the fight, but yet, what's the deal? Terrence Crawford is in a different weight class now, right? Wasn't you guys defending that? Oh man, y'all want Terrence to fight everybody. Man, he's up. He's at 154. And then, now, when I say I don't think Crawford is scared of Boots, I don't think Boots is scared of Crawford. I said the same thing that I'm about to let you hear Terrence Crawford say out of his own mouth. It's funny how a person can say something. It happens in households. A husband can tell a wife something, it means nothing. A complete stranger can say the same thing to the wife. Oh, thank you so much for telling me that. Oh, yeah. And then come and tell you what somebody told her just so you can look at her and say, is that not the same exact thing I told you? Well, yeah, but... So, yeah, you acknowledge it. You understand. It's just something about people that, depending on who's saying it, I don't care how you're saying it. And I'm going to always be real and raw and cut dry with what I say. I don't do that sugarcoating, dance on eggshell stuff. I said for the longest time, and anybody's been watching this channel knows, Terrence Crawford knows Jaron Ennis is a problem. Jaron Ennis is high risk, low reward. I don't know how much his stock went up since last night. I don't know what this puts him now in pound for pound. It doesn't make a difference, right? Because Crawford's no longer at 154, right? I mean 47, right? He's not campaigning at 147 anymore, right? So even if he's paying sanctioning fees to keep the belts while I'm there, that's the only issue I had with anybody is, man, if you're going up, drop the belts and go up. Simple. I don't care who you are. Drop the belts and go up. I know why they hold on. It's real estate in case I lose going up in this fight. Then I still do have stock there so I can go back and it's still a big fight. I'll bet you if Terrence Crawford was to lose this fight, people will try to tell him, yo, stay at 147, bro. You know. Then all of a sudden, Jaron Boots Ennis won't be a small fight anymore, right? But the difference will be what? Crawford already lost. Oh, Boots waited for him to get old. But it's always going to be the excuse. We don't need to make excuses. Bottom line, listen to my words. Okay, this is for the hearing impaired. Terrence Crawford may very well beat Boots, but Boots may very well beat Terrence Crawford. Bottom line is, it's a fight that we all wanted to see. Let's listen to what Terrence Crawford said out of his mouth about Jaron Boots Ennis. For all of the people that keep talking about Boots is the one that don't want the fight, let's listen to his own words.
Jaron, he in one place, I'm in another. Yep. You know what I mean? I'm looking for mega fights right now. And right now, that's not a mega fight. So, you know what I mean? That's my standpoint on it. I'm looking to fight guys like Canelo. You know, that's pretty much it, man. And a rematch with Spence. That's it. That's over with.
Terrence Crawford.
Okay, did you hear what he just said? I'm looking to fight guys like Canelo, right? And a rematch of Earl Spence. And that's it. It's over. When I said this shit months ago, and I told you guys, I don't think he wants to fight. He doesn't. I said he doesn't want to fight Boots because he understands what's at stake. And if he lose, Canelo's off the table. Canelo was more likely. Canelo was never on the table anyway. Okay. What would happen to change Canelo's mind is if Canelo, let's say, he looks bad in the fight, but let's say the next fight, let's just say he's in a position where the money's not the same. And he can get more money fighting Crawford. I don't see it happening that way, but it would have to take something other than what's happening right now for Canelo to say, I want Crawford. You understand what I'm saying? Especially if the money goes up, but let's say Crawford just looks vulnerable. And Canelo feels confident, like, yeah, you know what? All of this talk about going up and down and not getting credit doesn't matter, because the same way how when he lost to Bevel, first thing his fans started saying, even him, is that he's more comfortable at 168. Well, you chose to go up to 175 to go after his belt. Okay, so people have to understand, boxing is a business. You understand? It's a business, and people position themselves to get in the biggest possible fights possible that they can. Now, if I'm telling you, Terrence Crawford is looking for the bigger fights, and pretty much the biggest payday he's going to get out there is going to be against Canelo. He does not want to fight, you know, David Benavidez and David Moore. He don't want to fight these big dudes. And you got to understand something. It's the money that's involved, because even though Canelo's feeling more comfortable at 168 and has been there for the majority of his, you know, later part of his career now, you got to understand something. Canelo didn't start out at 168, 175. So, yeah, Crawford has a much better chance at beating Canelo than he does at these bigger guys, man. You know, it's just like no difference. Thomas Hearns was a you know, good hard-punching boxer, but when he went up at 147, and he's, what, 6'1", 6'2"? But what happened when he got up to 160, 175 and all that? These dudes are much bigger, and it was harder to knock these bigger guys out. And that's why Hearns always had that style where, like, he's trying to take your head off with every damn punch anyway, you know? But now he's doing it to the point where it's like he's doing it, and it's mentally is exhausting, because I'm hitting these guys and they're not going anywhere, man. But You know, and also, you look at the age. Crawford, what, 35, 36? Okay, so what do you think is going to happen? Boots wants to fight and become undisputed. They made that clear. They want to be undisputed at 147 pounds. Then they want to go up and go for undisputed at 154. I told you, by the time they get there, Crawford's probably going to be gone. What did Crawford just say? Boots is not it. The money he's looking for is not it. So he said, bottom line, he wants Canelo. Hey, did you hear him say, I want, Benavidez, I want David Morrell, I want any? No. I want Canelo, and a rematch with Spence, and then that's it. It's over. That's what he said. So unless Boots' name gets to a point where he's that guy and the money's there, you're not going to see that fight. I've been saying this shit forever. It's just something about you little sensitive, sissy-ass dudes, man, where anything you say about Crawford is like, you guys are crying. I don't give a shit. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. But at the same time, I'm speaking facts to you guys. I'm speaking truth to you. He just basically said the same exact shit I've been saying for the longest time. What did he tell you? It's always about the money. So why when I say it, or anybody else say it, oh, y'all hating on Crawford, we're hating by telling the truth? What, we're hating by repeating him? What are you guys like butthurt because we said it before he said it to you? It's always about the money. It's a business. You guys, the problem with most people is you guys fantasize. See, you see a fight, and then you start imagining in your head how a fight's going to go and who should fight who, and then you think it's supposed to happen the way that you play it out in your head. Not just the fight itself, but everything to build up to the fight and everything, and who's going to fight who next. And no, it never works like that. So, yeah, like I said, man, these guys, and I don't think neither one of these guys are afraid of each other, man. It's like he said, we're in two different places right now. I've been telling you guys this shit months ago. Now all of a sudden he says it. Okay. So, all of this Boots is running from him. He don't want that smoke, man. Stop it. I don't care who you think will win. Once again, you guys flip-flop. And listen, before you start getting cocky, let's not forget something. Crawford didn't have his fight yet. Because Crawford might go in there and get knocked down. Crawford might go in there and look bad. You saying, oh, he dared to be great. Nobody's trying to take credit from Crawford. Me stating the fact saying he's not going to make no 25 million fighting this guy. Not even close to it, right? So he could have fought Boots and got his belt back. Cleaned up the division and said, okay, now I beat Boots. Now let me go up to 154. And if Boots wasn't a threat, why would he have to say 25 million? Now it's funny because you guys, you Crawford fans are just like Canelo fans. You quick to call out Canelo and say, yo, Canelo know damn well Benavidez is a threat. Why? For the same reason I'm telling you. Yes, he knows. And if he wasn't, he wouldn't be asking for $200 million to fight him. But then say, he done nothing. He fight one champion. Yet he fight other people that we know David Benavidez would crush. And he knows it. He knows the reason he don't want to fight him. He knows what it is. And yes, Benavidez is big, basically high risk, low reward. Same way. The lack of popularity, the lack of being able to fill out arenas and stadiums and be able to be an equal counterpart in terms of how many people are coming to see you versus how many people are coming to see Canelo. Crawford is not as big of a star as Canelo is, but at the same time, he's asking for $25 million to fight Boots. Oh, won't Boots give it? Well, for one, stupid, Boots has never made $25 million in one fight. So yeah, if you're going to get me to fight this person, you're going to give me the type of money I'm asking for. Are they worth it? You guys don't understand the sarcasm in that. They know they're not going to get that kind of money. You understand what I'm saying? So now I put my price out there. Who's interested? What promoter wants to make this happen? And this is why people are saying the only way this fight happens anytime soon is if Turki Al-Sheikh gets involved and he puts the money up. Because if he does that, it has nothing to do with, may not have nothing to do with the belt. It could simply just be, okay, listen, we want the fight. Both fighters agree. Is it going to be at 154, 147? And it'll just be a legacy money fight. Okay. That doesn't mean that it's going to happen. Even though that would be a real simple solution, now wouldn't it? If it's about just the fight itself, then Crawford don't have to worry about where the money's coming from. Because the same way, Boots is far more known than this dude he's about to fight. So when I'm saying this, I don't care if you take it as, oh man, you playing out Crawford. No, I'm telling the truth. So if the truth is playing out Crawford, that means Crawford's doing something wrong then. Because I'm just being honest about all of this, like I always am. You know, this dude, like I said, and Crawford told you out of his own mouth, man, I'm at the tail end of my career. Bottom line, what is he telling you? Man, I'm not trying to fight these younger dudes anymore unless the money's there. You guys are the ones saying he's unbeatable. You the ones put him up on the pedestal. He's the king, the undisputed. You the ones keep saying all this, but then when somebody's name come up, they're not ready. But when he choose to fight a person, oh, then it's cool. So this dude is ready? Yo, this dude is dangerous. You don't even seen this motherfucker fight. Y'all talking about how dangerous he is. All right, but anyway, either way, bottom line, that's the situation. We see what happens. And I'm telling you, I don't think Crawford and Boots ever fight. It's going to take something to happen. Something that is unusual for this fight to happen. I just don't see it happening. Bottom line, just what I told you, out of my own words, they're in two different places right now. Months ago. So Terrence Crawford gets interviewed last night, just, you know, quick words and whatever. Okay, he's not interested in Boots. Now you heard it come from out of his mouth, so why don't y'all stop spreading lies? This is my thing. Because even when nobody's talking to you, you guys want to come on people's channels with these lies about who's ducking, who don't want to fight. No. When Crawford said he no longer had interest in fighting against Charlo, it's because of that pathetic performance that Charlo had against Canelo. Well, Boots won. You stopped him in 6. Boots made him stop them in 6. Okay, don't matter technical or actual, not whatever. Bottom line. He didn't come out for the 6th round in both of y'all fights. He didn't make it. Okay, he didn't make it. He didn't make it to the 6th round. Okay, and against Ennis he quit, and he got knocked out in the 6th by Crawford. Okay, so bottom line is this: I told you guys I'm not even focused on these two anymore. As far as the fight happening, I don't think the fight ever happens. Something's gonna have to take place for these two to happen, and it's gonna have to be, you know, the money more so than Boots Crawford. But here's the deal. If Boots does become undisputed at 147 pounds, and then 154 is next, if Crawford is still there, okay, if he's still there, which he already made clear he has no interest in Boots. You heard what he said. We're in two different places, okay? He said he wants to fight Canelo and a rematch with Spence, and that's it. The best thing that could happen for Boots, in terms of, now his legacy shouldn't be based on no one particular fighter. No fighter should. But here's the deal: for Boots, let's say if he counter moved, and let's say he did lock up 147. Now, okay, let's go to 154. Let's fight Errol Spence. If Crawford fans start going, oh, why he call out a guy that Crawford already beat? Why is he calling out Spence? Why ain't calling out Crawford? Wait, y'all the same ones who didn't want the fight. Y'all the same ones that didn't want it, right? What is he doing? Checkmate. You beat Spence, now I just beat him. So what's up? So if you could rematch him, right? Well, I just took his glory. I just took his power. The same way you did when you beat him, now I'm that dude. Now, does it make sense for Crawford to fight Spence at this point? So, yeah, and this is the type of monopoly that people need to understand. Now, does Spence want to fight Boots? Because these fights didn't happen. And everybody keeps saying, my whole thing is I don't care who you like or who you want to win. I like all three of them as fighters. I don't care about any of that. The reality is business is always going to come first. Okay? The business side of things is mostly talked about by the management team and all these other parties involved. The fighters now are talking more about business than they used to. Okay? But at the end of the day, fighters are quick to call somebody a ducker, point the finger and talk their trash and try to stir up shit, knowing damn well nobody's running from nobody in a whole lot of these cases. And then there's times when fighters are running, but y'all don't think they're running because you like that fighter. It is what it is. But you guys heard what came out of Terrence Crawford's mouth. I've been telling you guys this for the longest. He's not trying to fight any of these younger guys. Boots is just a hot ticket at 147. There's not really a lot of names left at 147. You understand what I mean? So, once again, he's gonna, if he goes there and he becomes undisputed, all the people talking about, oh, he ain't fought nobody. Come on, stop it, man. Stop it. Just like, You can't fight guys that don't want to fight you, regardless to their reason. So you just have to go out and win. So now, what Boots has to do, stay active, come back sharper, make a statement. He won the fight. Bottom line, he won the fight. You know, and it is what it is. Anyway, you guys talk me in the comment section. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings together people, and I'll catch y'all on the next video.